Right, a little bit of a different project for you. Some of you might know what this is. It is a Bruder Mercedes Sprinter van conversion. Now these are very common in the hobby, a lot of people do them. If you don't know who Bruder are, they're a German toy manufacturer who make very, very good 1/14th, possibly 1/16th scale stuff. It's a bit hit and miss. If you go back on my channel, I did a little series converting my Moffat forklift. That was a Bruder conversion. So that was a pretty interesting build. But this is a van. Now, I've been meaning to do one of these for ages. But I was waiting because I was really hoping that someone was going to make a Ford Transit officially licensed, because I'm a Ford guy in real life. I've got a Fiesta ST and my dad's got a Focus ST, and we've also got a van, a Ford Transit Connect. So I was really hoping to get a Transit model, but unfortunately no one does a licensed 1/14 scale one. So gone with a Mercedes. Yes, I could have gone 3D print, resin, whatever, but that's a lot of work and I can't be asked. So, gone with one of these. Now, massive thank you to my friend Sam over at SC Customs and also SC Recovery. He's the guy on Facebook that also made the LMP replica trucks. He's a good guy. I've known him for a few years. Absolute legend. He does, say, Tamiya builds and Bruder conversion builds for people. He's awesome, he really is, and he helped me out with this big time. So I've been talking to him earlier in the year about this, and long story short, basically asked him, can you just get the ball rolling for me? Can you get a van, put different wheels on it for me, and underneath, do a WPL chassis conversion, and that's what he's done. So he's took the rear suspension, rear axle, driveline, motor gearbox, steering, front axle, or front suspension, done all that for me and installed it for me and put different wheels on it for me. Absolutely mint. Thank you so much, mate. That's awesome. I got the ball rolling now. I can crack on. I can do all the paint and all the wiring, but if he did all that for me, that was mint. So I collected it from him at Newark. Obviously I've added all the light bars. Guess where they're from? Mirror of a Legend. So you got front bar, sides, obviously the same on the other side. The rear bar is actually split in two to go around the tow hitch. Rear roof and front roof bar. The rear roof bar, it should be a little bit further up like that. That's fine. And then the visor as well. Now, all the lights for those bars are in bags in a box because I'm going to paint all those metal parts. They're all going to be gloss black. Everything that's yellow is going to be silver. Now, believe it or not, at the end of this month, it'll be 10 years since I got into the hobby, since I started my first truck, my Blue Edition R620. So because of that, I want to do this van as a bit of a 10-year anniversary thing. So, all the underglow lights, which are going to be built into the bars, are blue. I've got a blue Mercedes badge, which is going to go in there on the rear bulkhead there behind the seats. That's going to light up blue. And on all of the silver paint on the van, I'm going to attempt to do this. I don't know if it's going to work, but I'm going to try it. I'm going to spray a blue tint over it. So it'll be silver, but with a blue hue, almost. Like when you look around it in certain light, it will be blue. I'm going to try and do that. I think that'd be pretty cool. I'm going to spray over this side window. That's going to be covered up. But I'm going to leave the rear windows because I've got an idea for them. I want to put my logo here. Obviously the same on the other side. And then here, I was looking at, if you look at Ryan Gorrich's truck, this little 25th anniversary emblem on the side of his T-cab. I want to do the same, but obviously 10th anniversary. And I want to put that here, again, on the same on the other side. And just Cornwall on the visor. The number plate will be WK10 DJP, I celebrate 10 years. And basically, inside, Sam's going to print me a few things, brackets and whatnot. But I'm going to put a bulkhead across here. So this area, which is openable by the side door, is going to be where all my electrics live. So the beer unit, battery, speaker and receiver. And then everything behind this line, like we said, there'll be a bulkhead across there. So everything back here will be presentable so I can open it and it will look neat and tidy. So that's the goal. I've got a Piston King beacon to sit on top of this bar. But that is it. That is what I'm up to right now. Also, what I do need to do, so before I can paint, I just got to drill a couple more holes. I've got to drill one there, there, and there. That's for marker lights that you get from the factory. And I've got to drill a few holes in the roof for the wires for the lights in the bar that need to obviously go down into the cab, so I've got to drill. I want to try and drill all the holes before I start painting. But once I get all those holes drilled, it'll take me, I don't know, half an hour, if that. I can then strip this thing down into its individual parts. Now, because it's made by Bruder, who are German, taking things apart is a bit of a challenge because they're not designed to come apart, and they are bloody well built, as I learned from the forklift. So it's going to be a bit of a struggle, but I need to strip this down into all its individual components and then start prepping everything for paint. So that's what I'm going to do now. Now, I know everyone wants to see the wrecker, so do I. I was working on it all of last week. I have made progress with it. It is fighting me every single step of the way. The thing is that I need to get this painted. And this, obviously, we're in August. I need to prioritise painting right now because it's warm. If I can get the painting done this month, fantastic. I can spend the rest of the year in my own time doing all the wiring and everything else, getting the graphics sorted for it. I can get back to the wrecker in the winter or in the autumn, you know. But I need to get this done. Also, I've got a couple of trucks here that aren't mine. They're owned by some friends of mine who have been very, very kindly asking and being very patient with me. They've been wanting me to help them with beer installations and wiring and stuff like that. So I'm going to get them done as well. I don't like having other people's stuff for too long. I feel like I'm taking the mick a little bit. You know, they've trusted me with something worth hundreds, possibly thousands of pounds. I don't want to keep it here for 6 months. You know, I want to get on with it. So I've got a couple of my friends' trucks that I need to get on with. I need to get this thing stripped down and painted, and then I'm going to get back to the wrecker. So bear with me because I'm a bit busy at the minute, and plus work is ridiculous because it's August and everyone's on holiday. So there's not many of us left, and the workload's exactly the same. So I'm doing a lot of extra hours, but at the same time, got to earn it to spend it. So yeah, that's one benefit. So I'm going to pick away at this. I might do a couple more videos on it hopefully this month, getting all the painting sorted, show you the updates and the progress. I've got a couple of my friends' trucks here that I need to get on with, and I will get back to the wrecker, I promise, as soon as I can. So, but until then, thanks for watching. This is going to be a cool little project, and I will update you when I've got some paint on it. Cheers.